So we are all set here for the toss between the two teams, Veling Cricketers and Madanant Cricket Club, playing the first game. So let's see who wins the toss here. Yes, umpire is going to flip the coin. Heads is the calls. Still turning and tails it is. Yes, Amber, you have won the toss. What have you decided?
We are going to bowl first.
Why is the decision of bowling first?
No, it's a fresh wicket, morning time, and we want to restrict them to a good total and chase it down.
Yes, and we have seen very high scores on this ground. The wicket looks very flat, very good for batting, and even the high scores are being chased.
That's why we are going for chase. It will be good thing for us because we have a balanced side. So anything they put on the board, we are going to chase it down.
Who are the two outstation players?
Samarth Gauss and Yogesh Kautankar.
Samarth Gauss and Yogesh Kantankar, wishing you good luck for the first game. Yes, what would you have done if you had won the toss?
We would have fielded first. But the toss is not going to play a crucial role. The wicket is going to remain same in the second inning as well.
You think spinners are going to play more role or is going to be medium pacers? Because you must have followed the first 2 days of this tournament of Dhadsakhal Super League.
Looking at the last two matches I was watching on YouTube, I think spinner will play the more role than the faster.
And who are the two outstation players?
Both are Siddharth Karpe and Nishan Nagarkar. They are left arm spinners.
Okay, wish both the teams good luck and let's play with the spirit of the game. The toss won by Madanant Cricket Club and they opted to field first. दोन्ही टीवीचे 12th मॅन मॅच स्टार्ट जावचे पयलीं कॉमेंट्री बॉक्सान येवपाक कंपल्सरी आसा. प्लीज नोट कंपल्सरी आसा 12th मॅन नांव सांगपाक. So we're all set here for the first match of the day. Beautiful Friday morning. Toss won by Madanant Cricket Club, and no hesitation in opting to field first. That's a normal scenario here. Everyone wants to chase in a T20 format and want to see what sort of total put on the board. Pulled away towards that backward square leg region, slightly short, maybe trying to surprise the batter with a short ball. Pulled away nicely and gets the first boundary. Gets on the roll straight away. Another one wrapped on the pads. Yeah, that was double sound. Clearly appeal from behind, but there was definite inside edge and then back on to the pads. This one kept slightly low. The earlier one was banged in once again at the shorter length. That was hooked away nicely, but this one also, that shorter length, but this one skidded low. You can expect that because there is so much of dew falling up everywhere in Goa, especially when on the cricket field. The dew will have some predominance here. And once the sun comes straight on the top, maybe another half an hour, it will ease off. It's just going to evaporate with the heat. and then the conditions are going to be much better. So whatever help is there, I feel is going to be with the new ball, maybe for the first 3-4 overs. But for that, you need to bowl well in the right areas. And that's what the captain and the leader and also the opening bowler, Ambar Naik, has to be careful about, just concentrating on a tight leash, bowl well, especially the first over. That sets the tone for the entire innings. Nicely bowled, making the batsman to come onto the front foot. Good defense shown by the batter, Sapnish. Sapnish and Urvesh Redkar opening the batting. This is a big stage given by the organizers, Dhadsakhal Super League, for all the cricket lovers, leather ball cricket lovers. But wait for the umpire's call down the leg side, so another 2 runs will be added. Could have been a good ball to the right-hander, but that is the problem here for many of the players who are not playing regularly as far as the leather cricket is concerned. The ball might just swing a bit. If you play a lot of tennis ball cricket, you might be having a little bit of problems. We have seen so many extras considered by the bowlers who play a lot of tennis ball cricket. And once they come here and try to perform and try to bowl that accurately enough, it doesn't happen because you are not into a lot of practice in the nets. And that's why this stage has been given, to keep your love, keep your passion for the original form of the game. In the air, he just almost dived towards the right-hand side. Well, even the batter was at one point of time thinking maybe the ball could have carried straight into the backward point fielder. He didn't try to go too hard. He just opens the fate and wanted to give it a direction. I think if you want to slash hard, that is what his partner is telling him. He gets off the mark, Urvesh Redkar. Important position, that backward point or that gully point. The ball, especially the new ball, comes quickly onto that. Got a man in the deep third man region. Backward square leg, looking for a run there. Send back on time. Inside edge, Amber was into the appeal, but then he backed out. Oh. End of 1 over, it's 8 without loss. In the air and falling short of the fielder. You expect the batters in the power play overs to just free their arms, try and get few runs, and not afraid to hit the ball aerially. Nowadays, everyone tries to hit the ball in the air on both sides, depending upon the strength. Diptesh Palkar coming into the attack. from the Zuari end. You can certainly call it the Zuari end, as the Zuari river flowing at the back of this particular end. First free hit has been opted by the left-hander Sapnish. Looking to pick the shot on the leg side. Bowled close to the pair, so that was risky. Most of the time, batters try to just clip it on the leg side. Fielders inside, you get certain boundary. That's what the batter trying to do. He missed out on that occasion. Diptesh Palkar comes in as an outright medium fast bowler. We've got good bowling attack so far, what we've witnessed. Somber experienced. Diptesh bowls pace, shot, and that's been whacked in front of the mid wicket. Pulled in style, well into the position, wanted to climb it towards the chest, did not get up, and there's the second boundary for the team, Veling cricketers. That's a cracking drive. The first one off the back foot, the next one on the front foot. Fantastic shot. Right in the gap and getting back-to-back boundaries here. Moves the score to 18. Once again, looking to play it at the backward point region. Width was given. He just tried to keep the ball down, not try to hit the ball in the air. Wanted to control that shot. Getting a single. Moving steadily. And we have seen so much cricket on this ground at this stage. Understand there are plenty of runs being scored in the power play overs. Most of the teams get acceleration in the power play overs, but they are unable to maintain so in the middle overs. You need to capitalize the loose wicket in trying to accelerate and keep up with the pace. That's slashed hard with given, and the pace was provided by the bowler. Goes for boundary, third boundary of this over. 2 overs gone, it's 23 without loss. Second free hit, the signal from the umpire coming here, and it's been taken by the right-handed batter. The field can change for the free hit once opted by the batter side. Urvesh trying to bang in short. Not a bad idea with fielders kept in deep, looking for a couple there, slight fumble, and yeah, that should have been just a single. Keep taking his eyes off the ball at the last moment. So maybe he must have seen the batters looking to just turn around for a couple of runs. The free hit costed 2 runs for the bowling side, Madanant Cricket Club. Nicely bowled, full length. Amber has to make sure that they bowl a good spell, both the medium paces. A previous over costing 3 runs, and he was not consistent with his line and length. Dityesh Palkar, this is much better. This length, straight onto the wickets, back of length, not full, not too short, a difficult length, but better also, rotates the strike for a single. Important is to keep the boundaries at bay, not giving freebies and room outside the off stump or nothing on the legs to whip it away. So got to be careful in the power play overs. Both the bowlers, opening spell is very crucial. Samarth Gaus doing the job as a wicket keeper. That slashed hard. He went hard, pace of the bowler, no chance for the keeper, and that race towards the third man. Well, a moral victory here for the bowler, but better gets the boundary. Well, you can't do anything with such boundaries. That's wide call here. Well left alone, trying to angle the ball away. Just got it slightly wider. I think he is looking to have a plan. Once again, I see the field set. There are 2 men almost close to the backward point region. So maybe bowling that length and angling that ball away. He expects the batter to cut that ball towards those fielders. Straight to the man. A dot ball. The batters, if they get easy runs and free runs, they are never under pressure. You got to create opportunities for you, and that happens when you bowl few dot balls or bowl a good consistent line. You might be hit for some runs, but that accuracy is going to pay dividends at some point of time. Driven nicely into the gap, vacant space, another single. Decent over here from the captain, number 9. Third over comes to an end, and the score is 31 without loss, 32 without loss after 3. Clipped on the leg side and finds an easy boundary. Well, he is bowling exactly where the batter requires. The fielder is inside and he goes the aerial way. These are easy pickings. This is the 4th boundary that has been scored off his spell so far. Dityesh Palkar has already conceded 18 runs. In the air, chance. Who is going to take it? And it's dropped. Oh my gosh. That was such a sitter. It went high. He was into the position. And Diptesh Palkar was hoping for that catch being taken. It would have been a big breather and relief for him to see Sapni heading back. A big chance definitely gone bagging there. Oh, well kept, very well kept by Samarth Gaus. This will have been another boundary. Well, he's haywire at the moment. He needs to be tightening the screws in the power play overs. Samarth stretching himself down the leg side. Not an easy take by any stretch of imagination. He has done a good job there. He's trying hard. I feel that he's trying too hard. Sometimes you just have to do a plain simple job. This wicket is tailor-made for batting. So you got to be consistent with your plans. That was very close. That kept low. Went across the line. Missed that by a whisker. At least try and bowl there. That's much better. If the batter misses, then opportunity of picking up a wicket here for Diptesh and the team. He's got pace to work, but he's erring in line and length. And that's why he's been clipped for plenty of boundaries. It's in the air, not well timed, but he still gets it over the top. And there's a fielder in the deep, but by the time he cuts off, 2 runs have been easily taken. Yeah, actually, the shot was on, but he did not get maybe a sweet part of the bat, maybe hitting the top, just eluding the fielder in the short covers and getting another 2. They're not afraid to play the shots. That is a signal, I think, from the dressing room. Try and get as many as with the new ball. They are playing the shots, the batter. They're not afraid with the pace. If the ball is in the arc, they are trying to just back themselves. Marks the end of over number 4 is 42 without loss. Veling cricketers. In fact, 1 ball left. Please take a note. Just count. Yes. 1 ball left. So waiting for the last ball to be delivered here of over number 4. 41 so far. Short ball and slightly wideish line. Trying to play the uppercut shot. Missed it straight into the gloves of the keeper Samarth Gaus. So dot ball to finish over number 4 is 41 without loss. Veling cricketers. It's in the air. They should be taken. Another one dropped. Can you believe? It's the same position. Previously, he was in that backward square leg position. This time, a slightly wideish mid-on position. This was not struck hard. He missed the timing altogether. And that's why we say fielders need to be in the good position. He will already be less in confidence once you drop 2 catches. And once you stop, don't take the catches, then the ball always comes close to you. Wherever you are, the ball follows. Another drive. Once again, he follows him. But this time he does a good job. He dives in front. Good effort put in by Navnath. Chance is given here to both the batters. And both two different bowlers. The first chance, third of the free hit has been opted. The first chance as the batter tried to hook Sapnesh, played over the square leg region, and that was a catch that was dropped. It was also not difficult. It was straight into him, and this time the second drop chance, played off the back foot in the air at the wide mid-on position. Another one gone down begging. They have to just uplift themselves in this fielding scenario. Oh, yeah, hitting the body. That should pain. That must pain. He might not show agony here. But definitely, we have taken few blows during our times. I can understand the pain there. It's definitely going to get slightly darker, maybe in the evening time. But here, we got to forget all the pain and carry on. Trying to pull that. Yes, it was a shot on. He dragged it short. Maybe expected a little bit more bounce. The ball kept slightly low. You can see how it was collected by the keeper, almost below the knee roll. So far, we have not seen the introduction of the spinners. Maybe at the end of the power play overs, we are expected to see the spinner. Slower ball, change of pace. Once again, Navnath into action. Single taken. That's good here. You got to be variations utilized and need to mix it up. You just can't be bowling the same line and length in the T20 format. Got to make something different. Slashed hard and well stopped by the backward point region fielder. He's going hard, Sapnesh, and is also getting few runs for that. Marks the end of the power play overs. 3 overs bowled by Amber and a couple of overs by Diptesh. End of 5 is 45 without loss. Well, introduction of the spinner, leg spinner has been introduced. We have seen many leg spinners in this tournament so far. Some have been impressive, some are learning. And a good stage here, not only for the batters, but also for the spinners. Uh, Everyone needs to have good spinners in their team. Spinners brings in a lot of change, a lot of value. And they really make the batsmen work hard for the runs because they are not providing the pace. If they are consistent with that line and they persist with the plan, they always bring in the laurels for the entire team. So here is Yogesh Kotankar has been brought here as an outstation player, as a spinner. Samarth and Yogesh, two outstation player for Madanant Cricket Club. And there you see introduction of Yogesh straight away. Started well there, very well bowled. He played well off the back foot, but that was a risky shot. He gets a single off there. He's bowling the right length. That must be said here. That's very crucial for the spinner to become handy on a surface like this one, which has not much to offer. So you got to vary your pace, and the length should be consistent. Yeah, that's much better. Trying to sweep, there's a protection there. There's nothing wrong if the batters are going to play shots. They have got 10 wickets in hand. The batters definitely will be going hard against the bowlers, especially spinner, if the ball is in their zone. Well bowled, very well bowled. Appeal there from Samarth Gaus. Well, he thought that the back leg had just gone on top. He was very confident. The batter thinks that I have not got my back leg over. So it's going to be important to see what decisions we are coming up with here. And the third umpire will storm into action. This might be touch and go. So not out is the signal. The back leg was inside the crease, so he survives there. That's why he was looking confident. Yeah, at one moment he was slightly outside, but by the time the bells had gone off, I think the back leg was inside. Picked away a spot on the leg side, trying to hook the ball off the back foot. So now the field is spread up, more protection for the fielders in the deep. Yatin Naik comes in. A very good cricketer. I've seen in many a times the GCA division matches. He scores plenty of runs, centuries as well on his name. Comes as a handy, wonderful shot, inside out, over covers. Excellent batting. That was rightfully pitched up and he went hard. Very well played here. Very good balance, head position to play that shot over covers. They're looking good, Sapnish. He has scored bulk of the runs so far. 26 is batting on just 20 balls. Urvesh also playing on 22. That's good batting. Once he gets a boundary, he just rotates the strike, gets a single. It's very important in the middle overs to rotate the strike and keep the scoreboard ticking along nicely. There might be a phase, 1 or 2 overs, just like how Yogesh Kautankar had bowled. We might not get boundaries. In the air, might be a chance, fielder underneath, but he's just a spectator. Well, he timed it so well. And he got a lot of punch behind it and sails over the long off boundary for a maximum. Look at it, no half measures when it comes to that particular length. Expensive beginning here for Yatin Naik. A boundary by Swapnish and now a 6 by Urvesh. Yatin doesn't have that much of pace to trouble the batters, so you got to be careful with his lengths. No signal from the umpire that indicates a run of the bat. In fact, a leg by. Slashed and slashed hard. Man in the backward point kept more towards that point region rather than towards the covers. So he will definitely stop that boundary. 7 overs are done with is 63 without loss. Veling cricketers. So Yogesh starts off with his second over. He has been brought as a wicket-taking bowler and he is looking to pick up wickets. That's a good sign. They have to break this partnership, which is going very strong. Looking to sweep the ball, a big appeal. Umpire not convinced. Hitting on the pads straight directly. Maybe he tried to hit the ball too hard and that's why I missed the line altogether. Drawn back to the bowler. It's a very good spell, the best spell so far from any of the bowlers. Yogesh keeping the things in check, but he needs to be given support from the other end. When the runs are leaked from the other end, even if the pressure is mounted by someone like Yogesh, well, he could not stop that and that will run away. That will run away, just gliding it. Almost like a pedal sweep. That was played and that gets past the short fine leg region fielder and runs down for 4 runs. Yeah, he tried hard there with his dive, but the ball just sneaks in between his body and runs for four. Well played. Urvesh Redkar knew that it was a quicker one, pushed in by Yogesh Kautenkar, and using the pace of the bowler because the man in the deep square leg was slightly deep, and another free hit has been opted against Yogesh. So they want to destabilize Yogesh with his line and length because he's the one that is troubling them with the bowling, not conceding too many. Fourth and the last free hit. I hope to be taken before over number 10. Well bowled, dragged the ball and the length back. He knew that the batter is going to take the charge. And that's very well read. Ricocheting, looking for a run out. And he made it at the other end. So they get a couple of runs off that free hit. 8 overs are done with. It's 70 without loss. Veling cricketers. So wide call here, and umpire Punya Palkar. We always call him umpire Punya Palkar, but he's now a player uh, hailing from Priol constituency. Sliced away. I wanted to play it late. Actually wanted to play it at the backward point. Sliced it toward the third man. Well stopped by the fielder. The Punya coming in. Another spinner has been brought here. Yeti not looking effective. This wicket is just tailor-made for batting. There is margin for error is very, very less. So cutting down on pace, spinners at both the ends so far, and that's the right plan, and that is exactly what Amber was telling. Spinners might come into effect, might be handy more than medium paces. Is played it in the vacant space, man in the deep, going to get a single. Shot, and no one had chance. It has struck with so much of power, and it just hit the camera maybe on top. But a good cricket here. They are not allowing the new bowler to settle in. And they are well set, the batters. Urvesh is batting on 88, slightly slow, slightly short, whacked past the bowler. So much of power behind it. Swept away and swept away for a boundary. The first one off the back foot. This one was slightly fuller. And he still backs himself. Sweeps very strongly. Back-to-back boundaries for Urvesh. A wrong line. It was an easy shot as the ball was drifting down the leg side. This attack straight on the bowler in his first over. Firm drive, straight to the man. But a good over here for the batting side. Urvesh Redkar is playing well on 42 of 26. Sapnesh is batting on 30. And end of 9 overs, it's 80 without loss. So gets a single. We are into the 10th over, halfway mark of the first innings. Yogesh Kautankar will continue with his spell into his third over. Driven firmly, looking to get a couple of runs. Ambar Naik, oh, run out opportunity, run out opportunity. There was a no call. Finally, after playing for so long, almost 10 overs, it is a total communication error here. Urvesh Redkar can't believe. He's saying it absolutely was not my fault. It was my call, and that was not reciprocated. Against the run of play, this has come. They were going so easily. Only maybe a run out could have separated them, and that's what has happened here. He is absolutely dejected. The dejection is clear on the face. He was looking good towards his half century, and he has to head back. The first wicket has been taken courtesy of a run out. Well bowled, big appeal. He feels that that is close. Maybe the height factor. That's what Samarth Gauss is just talking to the umpire. There is a pretty good enough bounce on this wicket. Let's see the replay. Maybe the bounce that the umpire feeling it might have gone over the stumps. That might be the one decision. Nicely played, worked to get a single, Pritish Naik. So much of strength in Priol constituency as far as cricket is concerned. You got 3 to 4 clubs. And many of the young players from Priol playing in that the DCA division matches. That's why you see leather ball cricket at the forefront in Priol. Dhadsakhal Super League, Dhadsakhal Stars, just doing the perfect job of laying the big platform. That happens. That happens when you give the stage here to the young to play alongside some of the renowned names who tend to handle the pressure well in crunchy situations. Swab, this is another opportunity coming straight to him, and he's taken, losing the partner in the form of run out, and in the same over he went for the sweep shot. Yogesh was penetrating into this, he was looking threatening, he went hard for the sweep shot and was taken in the deep. So both the openers have been sent in the very same over. The first one, Urvesh, went in the form of run out, and this time trying to slog the ball and found the man in the deep. It's 82 for 2 in over number 10. Once again, that was very close. What an excellent over. Well, he's troubling both the right as well as the left-hander, and he's bowling perfectly on this deck. His halfway mark done. Veling cricketers have lost 2 wickets in the 10th over, 82 for 2. It's very well played in the gap, using the depth of the crease, slightly going deep and just picking the spot on the leg side. Very strong wrist, I must say, and Pritesh gets the boundary. Punya Palkar may be bowling slightly slow in the air, that gives ample of time. The margin for error, I always say on this wicket, this is a flat deck, nothing much for the bowlers. Looking to play on the leg side and comfortably completing that single. The non-striker was coming at the dangerous end. It was his call and he makes it easily. Your calling should be loud and clear, and your calling should be on instinct, whether I can make it in that fraction of a second or not. That is a sign of a pretty good batter and a pretty good runner and a good judger of a single. Siddharth. Is yet to get off the mark. Pritesh already got a boundary of this over. Punya Palkar will definitely like to get a wicket here. Shot. And there's no one moved. He played it so nicely, at a tinge of class behind it. Easily done. The bowler definitely has dragged it short, but The way he has played it, he was well in control, always wanted to keep it down. He knew exactly where the fielder was, and he didn't even move an inch from the striking end. The Punya has definitely missed the length. Sometimes fuller, sometimes too short. Maybe trying to do too many things. And that's why you become inconsistent. This was fuller, driven firmly. The earlier was short ball. If you see the length of Yogesh Kautankar and the pitch map, most of the balls will have landed in the good length spots. This time in the air, but he got a lot of distance. Dispatched over the mid-wicket region by Pritesh, and it goes long. Well, when you go after the ball, this is the way you have to go. No half measures. Well played on the leg side. Well worked. They got plenty of runs of this over. They got a 6. They got a boundary. Punya is turning to be a little expensive here. It's 11 overs gone. 99 for 2. Lovely shot. Looking good here. Pritesh very confident about himself and driving the ball firmly. Captaining the side. He must have seen both of his openers going in the same over, and this is a phase that they need to resurrect and also need to understand, not trying to bog down too much. We have seen 178, 180, 190 being chased. This wicket remains the same in both the innings. It doesn't slow down. So we see high scoring encounters and high run chases, successful run chases here at 1919 Cricket Stadium. Swept away nicely, just away from the fielder, and yeah, what a shot. Lovely, just control of his wrist and the control of his bat, and keeps it down and also places it nicely. Well crafted boundary. He exactly placed it where he wanted to place it, away from the short fine and away from the deep square. Siddharth Karpe, well struck once again, and it crashes into the advertisement hoardings. He's using the feet very nicely and looking a compact player off the back foot, off the front foot. The earlier one was a sweep that was nicely controlled. This one was driven firmly. Another single taken. Finish is a pretty good one. They get a couple of boundaries. They are keeping up with the pace, not trying to slow it down. Siddharth looking very much compact, and Pritesh looking very much confident. 12 overs gone. It's 109 for 2. Well played. Very good technique. Looking at the ball, just close in front of the eyes, and just played with soft hands, intended to take a single. So once Punya Palkar was not effective, they had to bring back Yatin Naik. So these bowling options are troubling them a bit here. Inside out, once again driven nicely, and super bit of timing, just that fielders has cut that off. Long job was there on the hand of the long off, but he does a good job saving the boundary. Couple of runs added. Moving well, Veling cricketers, I must say, in spite of losing and the 2 wickets. Played well with soft hands. Wicket is so good. We must definitely talk about the wicket and the hard work done by the CEO and the owner, Kamala Prasad Yadav, to get one of the most state-of-the-art cricket stadium. And not only about the state-of-the-art, but also about this ground. This ground and this wicket which is laid, I feel it is the best in Goa. No doubt about that. It's freshly laid. Nowadays I was at MCL, and that is also a freshly laid wicket, has plenty of bounce as well. This is something that is tailor-made for batting. Plenty of runs will be scored. Lots of half centuries. Centuries we already seen. Couple of half centuries from Prathamesh Salunke. In the air. Who is going to take it? 2 fielders. Landing shot. Landing way short. He was looking to once again go towards that cow corner region. Getting a single. So they are trying to play the shot. They know they have got batting depth and trying to accelerate Pritesh. Right job, I must say, from the captain. Another one. This is superb shot. Flat down the ground. Looks so elegant with that. It's a perfect copybook style. Loft over the top. Loft over the head of the bowler. And bang, it hits the side screen there. Super shot. Finishes over number 13. Is 121 for 2. Siddharth Karpe looking very strong. And Pritesh Naik also joining the race. Very good partnership once again, building up for Veling cricketers. Certainly talking about the wicket here, and credits must be given to Kamala Prasad Yadav, as was mentioning. This is such a great leverage here for all the cricket players and the lovers, sports enthusiastic, to come and witness cricket on this ground. Sliced, and that runs no one there. Too much of room, too much of width, the man inside the point, and that goes for another one. So welcome to Navnath into his spell with a boundary. He tried an outswinger with so much of room. We already discussed about there is hardly anything for the bowlers. The bowlers are getting whacked. Their figures are getting hammered on this surface at 1919 cricket arena. So you got to be very careful with your lengths and the lines. Straight over the top. Going downtown, but stopped by the fielder. Just not getting the lift there. Maybe timing missed, getting a single. So they have decided that they are just going to hard against all the bowlers. Punyapalkar, Yateen opted, proving slightly expensive. Now Navnath has been introduced just to see whether he can break this chain of boundaries. Full toss ball. He wanted to just whack it out of the park, out of the ground, missed it altogether. Maybe the ball just dipped him at the last moment. I think you should be lucky there to miss out, because he has put some good balls for fences. Big appeal, only from the bowler, nothing from Samarth Gaus. And that throw, he should have been ready. The bowler had to be ready there. Samarth is a low wire on the field. He always sees an opportunity and a couple of leg buys given. He gives everything when he's playing for any franchise. Fully committed cricketer in both forms of the game. Another one, trying too hard. This is in the air. Miscued, falls in no man land. Miss both the full tosses. Pritesh Shah will come on strike. Samarth counts. There's some inputs to be given to the captain, Amber. Want the fielders in the right position. Yeah, once again, a dot ball here to finish over number 14. And Navnath, finishes well. 14 gone. It's 1-2-9 for 2. And that's taken. He once again trying to take on the challenge at the long on boundary. He was successful on the previous occasion, hitting straight, but this time he has given a catch straight in the throat of the fielder who doesn't spill it out. And that's the end of Siddharth Karpe. Looked compact for a while when he was on the crease, but he's trying to accelerate with his captain, and the third wicket falling down at 129. So Yatin finally having some smiles as he brings in the needful break and a wicket that was required at both the batters looking very strong at getting into a partnership and trying to accelerate. Another one. This time there is an absolute authority behind it. What a shot. The first ball that he has played, and he has smoked it out of the ground at long off region. The fielder first directly thought, I am not even a chance here. Sensational beginning from Nishant. Looks good here with his foot movement. Played straight into the hands, but that first shot is given enough indication of the signs to come. Another nicely bowled, rolled his fingers over the ball and kept down. So back-to-back dot balls. Hello. Clipped on the leg for a single, and that is going to finish over number 15. Is 136 for the loss of three Veling cricketers. So Diptesh has been brought back with his extra pace. And That's a good start. He had not having the best of the outing as far as the first two overs is concerned. He can be outright, he can be quick, and he can be handy. This 2 overs can be crucial. He can, and cricket always gives you that support, second opportunity to come back. Clipped away on the leg. Well, both these batters need to make sure that they don't squander a good position given by the top batters. The openers laying the platform, then a good partnership between Siddharth and Pritesh. So they need to go strength to strength to post a good total. Well played. They are getting the singles, and he's bowling outright fast, not allowing the batters to lift their bat. He's a very tall player, tall character, Nishan. And we have seen already one instance of his punch that sail lower, long off, cleared with ease. Yeah, Pritesh is not stopping anywhere. He's launching himself against the medium pace bowler, and that just has been stopped. Might be looking for the third. Nishant is fresh. He was looking for the third, but the captain sent him back. Captain has run enough. Captain has spent time on the wicket to get towards his 26 runs. So he knows it's not going to be easy for me to get back towards the third run. Good glove work. Samarth charging towards collecting the throw. Another 4 overs after this one. How much is the total they'll be thinking about? This time is going high in the air. Went for the slice, went for the deep point region, and he gets the boundary. Charging towards the ball, and the bowler banging in short. He still went, going for that uppercut and the lofted square cut. He gets the boundary. So the skipper is very much sure and very much ascertaining the situation and the demand of going for the big shots, at least getting a boundary in almost every over. He fulfills the criteria here. Firm shot. What a lovely drive. This is a stunning shot. Straight out of the screws to an outright fast bowler. Absolutely showing no mercy. And that has just crashed into the side screen straight away. This is a strong on drive that fetches boundary. Back-to-back boundaries finish the over. Number 16, 149 for 3 Veling cricketers. Last 4 overs with 7 wickets in hand. Captain looking strong. Nishant, ability to clear this field. So threat. Oh, that's mighty. Gigantic 6 here from Pritesh. He's cutting loose in a big way and is looking unstoppable at this stage. Yatin has been peppered with another 6 in that wide long on mid-wicket region. He's already turning into an expensive bowler. He's into his 39. He might move into 40s. Play and a miss, half-hearted appeal there. Pritesh saying, I just closed it. Samartha having smiles there. You should have maybe got an outside edge. You are troubling us, mate. You need to go fast in the dressing room. Maybe Samarth is just pointing it to the skipper of Veling cricketers. Another one that is also running down for 4. He is right now going after almost every delivery, and that's been helped by a poor piece of bowling. Pritesh going hard against every ball, getting the 6s, getting the boundaries. The score is moving and spiking upwards. This is in the air. This will be taken. Just landing short. So no half measures now. He is already thought in the mindset that I'm going to whack every ball that is being bowled at me. Yatin, very expensive into his spell, is already considered 44, and the last ball is yet to be delivered. Another one. I think he has not timed that well. There's a man down there. Has he taken the catch? No, he just drops it, but a brilliant effort coming charging from the mid-wicket region. And that ends an expensive failure from Yatin Naik. And Nishant will keep the strike of the next over. 17 overs are done with Veling cricketers going at 162 for 3. Onto his body, run out opportunity, but Pritesh easily scampers for the single and will take the strike. And Nishant also understands when my skipper is batting so well and he's getting the boundaries at will, he's putting the ball right in the space, he has spent more time. He's also happy giving the strike to his senior partner. Inside out, over the covers, man in the deep. Has got quick legs, but can't stop a couple of runs. Pritesh has run very hard in between the wickets for every run. He moves on to 47 runs of just 22. He started off in a slow fashion, but once he got his eyes, once he knew that the wicket is really conducive for batting, he just kept going. That's a good length single that will keep captain off strike. So last few more deliveries. We're expecting some fireworks here from both the batters. Diptesh Palkar, another bowler who is also on the expensive side. That's been smacked Man in the deep, cutting that off, but couple of runs well taken by Nishant. They know that there's plenty of wickets, and this wicket has nothing to offer, not only for the medium pacers, but also for the spinners. Yogesh Kautinkar's spell was the highlight of this entire bowling package. Other than that, most of the bowlers are expensive. That's why you see such a high score. Banged in shot, pulled away way in front of the mid wicket, but just not timing, maybe climbing a little bit high on the batter, getting a single there. They are launching themselves almost every ball. They are looking for the big hits. That's expected in the last 2 overs when the team is in such a strong position. That's very well played here. He wanted to use the pace of the bowler, but could not find the gap. Went straight to the man in the short third man, and it's a single to finish over number 18. Veling cricket is 170 for 3. 2 overs to go. Banged in shot once again. He knows a thing or two about Pritesh. There's a very, very built half century here from the captain. And he has gone at a strike rate of 200. A big round of applause given by all his teammates. Captain leading from the front. And that's went hard, and that is going to crash into the third man region. Wanted to go over covers, got an outside edge, but doesn't matter at this time. The ball is going to fly and the batter is going to go hard. This is the last few overs that are left. You expect the batters to go with a strong bottom hand, and you expect some big shot as well as some streaky boundaries. That is another one. What a shot. What a marvelous shot. Superb over the top. Nothing wrong with the ball. He just spanked it and showing no disdain to the bowler. Look at the ball go flying across. And the bruises are clear in the figures of all the bowlers. Slightly slow, well stopped, very well stopped off his bowling. It was struck hard, but he still gets his left hand. A committed cricketer, Ambar Naik. He knows I should not give any extra run. They want to stop them going towards the 200. That is going to play in the minds of the chasing side, Madanant Cricket Club. And he knocked him over. Knocked him over. Not in the position to play over the mid-wicket region, and he hits the stump. The timber is uprooted, and there's the wicket number 4 that goes down. In trying to up the ante, in trying to accelerate, Nishant hits back 179 for 5, 79 for 4. Sheer pace, lovely bowling, and good finish to this over. A wicket for Ambar Naik in that. And he finishes the spell with 4 overs, 30 runs, and a wicket. 19 gone. Veling cricketers 179 for 4. The last over to be bowled by Navnath Naik. He bowled a decent over. The advantage is Navnath, he is bowling well within himself. He's not providing the express pace that is provided by someone like Dipesh Palkar or for that matter Ambar Naik. They have a little bit of extra pace, but he just bowls well within himself. And the batter have to generate the force and the power to get themselves those boundaries. Pritesh will be looking for a big finish here. That's exactly what I was mentioning. The batters are ready with their hard hands because they have already seen a lot of pace bowling and they have utilized the pace very well. They have struck nicely. And you see someone like Navnath, you feel that yes, we have countered more pace very well. So let's get him and let's take the challenge against Navnath. But he has bowled decently here. Sliced. Oh, that's pretty unlucky. Pretty unlucky for the bowler. He created a false shot. Pritesh wanted to drive. Got a leading edge towards their short third man. Just falling in front. Should have been stopped. A lucky boundary here into this innings. Well, not the best position that you see yourself on the screens. 184. Excellent bowling, excellent bowling. There should be a run out here on the cards. And there it is. Easy run out at the non-striker's end. So Rajat Naik had to walk back, head back towards the dugout. It's the 5th wicket going down. Pritesh will be on strike of the next ball. So a couple of balls left in the entire innings of Veling cricketers. Lovely shot, straight on the bat, straight in the slot and straight over the top for another very good looking boundary. What a good and classy innings played by the Captain Marvel, Pritesh Naik. Well, he had absolutely no doubts. Even if we are batting first, we are going to post a good total. They've got a strong batting line of Veling cricketers, and they have transformed it on the field. Here comes the last ball of the first innings. This might be a chance. This might be a chance coming into the throat of the fielder. And that's very well taken in the end. Cutting down on pace and getting an important wicket. And Pritesh certainly should have bowled more overs than here, because he was one of the most effective and gets rid of the captain of the last ball. But a marvelous inning from Pritesh Naik comes to an end. He gets the team into a very strong total of 188 runs, putting 189 to chase down for the team of Madanant Cricket Club. The innings had a lot of good contributions straight at the top. A very strong platform led by both the openers that set the tone for a big total. First it was Sapnesh and Urvesh. Very good handy knock, 42 and 31. Is Pritesh Naik got out of the last ball with 2 sixes and 6 boundaries. Siddharth Karpe played a handy knock, very compact. Nishant Nagarkar also showed glimpses of his striking abilities, and Rajat. So entire team contributed, and that's why you see 188 on the board, whereas the bowling card was in total disarray. Most of the bowlers were taken for plenty. 10.75 for Diptich Palkar, expensive. 11.25 for Yatin Naik, and 13 for Punya Palkar, just 2 overs for him. Ambar Naik came back strongly into his second spell. Yogesh Kautankar was pick of the bowlers, 1 wicket for 23. And now Nath Naik was a surprise package, picked up 1 wicket and just conceding 15 of his 2. And we'll see the side of Madanant Cricket Club coming towards the chase of 189 runs in just a short while. 12th man Madanant Cricket Club must have begin that so. So we begin the run chase of 189 runs of the Madanant Cricket Club. During the morning, the toss won by Madanant Cricket Club and opting to field first, expecting the conditions to be better in the second time around. But I feel the conditions are going to be the same. It's going to be for batting in both the innings. Sarvesh beginning the proceedings from the Zuari end. Cracked off the back foot. Man in the deep and should be a single. Getting himself off the mark. Ambar Naik and Yatin. Both are attacking batters. And looking at a total of 189, you expect the batters to come hard against the new ball bowlers. There's such a total which you require start in the power play. 5 overs of power play, then 1 over. Picked away on the leg side, on his pads, an easy clipping, an easy shot to bring the boundary. Boundary to get off the mark for Yatin Naik straight away. That runs on, but just going to be a single. Yeah, by signal by the umpire. Maybe a swung a little bit. In the air, not timing the ball so well, but I think this is the power play over. Still good enough. Is it gone for 4 runs? Good effort from the fielder to keep it inside the play. Moving all the way from inside the circle at the short square leg, going deep, giving the one successful chase, stopping the boundary. But you expect the batters, they are going to come hard against the bowlers, as I already mentioned. End of over number 1. 9 without loss, Madanant Cricket Club. Siddharth Karpe. Good shot of the back foot. Looking to run off a misfield. Sent back by Atin. But this is a good sign that left arm medium pacer has been introduced. So they have introduced the spinner straight away with the new ball. Kept a man at the long off region and man in the deep mid-wicket view is running inside. So maybe he's thinking about a protection on the offside. So long off and deep extra cover. Comes as an outstation player. And as it's been taken, we have to wait for the call of the umpire. Ambar Naik may be telling. And that's good sporting spirit here. That's very good sporting spirit. And they take off that call. They take off that call from the captain and from the entire team. That's very good. That is what we want to witness. The gentleman's game has to live like a gentleman with the spirit alive. The keeper had not collected. Maybe the umpire given it, raised the finger as out. And keeper was also alert that I had not collected. And he was transforming the signal to the players and the captain. Well done, Veling cricketers. Oh, that could have just gone back onto the stumps. Lucky. He's bowling well. He's really bowling well because I can see the length and also the trajectory. He's not bowling it too slow. This is a perfect length as well as the pace on this wicket. So very good introduction of Siddharth. I think this was well thought. It's not easy for a spinner if you don't have that much of confidence in yourself to bowl in the power play overs, understanding that the batters are going to go hard against you. Well bowled, well fielded. Good field placement, I must say. If he's going to consistently bowl over there, then there is a man at the long off and the extra cover becomes handy. Slightly upish, stopped, sent back, no run. Searching for that boundary in this over. Maybe trying too hard. This ball was definitely needed a good punch. I didn't get the timing right there. The score is still on 10. Siddharth has just considered one run this over. That's where your composure matters, your nerves matter. Now the man has been sent back on the leg side. Man from the deep extra cover comes in for the last ball of the second over. Oh, that's a nothing shot. That's absolutely nothing shot. He's lucky to survive over there. And a lovely over to begin with from Siddharth Karpe. Just concedes one run, keeps things very much tight. 2 overs gone. Madanant Cricket Club 10 without loss. Sarvesh into his second over. Looking to drive firmly, play and a miss. 189 runs. When you see in front of you, you expect somewhere around maybe at the start of 45 to 50 runs at least in the power play overs. Amber and in the air and just over the top. Just over the top, just enough bat and goes for the boundary over the long off. Maybe touch fuller. The previous one slightly back, not drivable. This one was drivable. It still went hard. He knows that he has to get a few runs in the power play overs. If they don't get the kick start, then the middle phase is going to be difficult for the middle order. So wide call by the umpire. Has got a deep third man and one in the deep square leg. So idea is if he gets slightly straight and the batter tries to play it on the leg side, there is a man in the deep square leg to protect the boundary. Just I say that, they got the deep third man inside. Shot. That's punched, pulled in front of the mid wicket, slightly short, and that was taken to cleaners. So he already told you the bounce is very true. There might be just one odd ball that might keep low, but if you see the percentage of the ball bouncing perfectly is more than 95%. You can just back your instincts and play your shots. You feel will have let out dejection there on the batter's face. You just wanted to find a gap in the covers region. Down the leg side, wide call. So 10 of these overs so far with couple of boundaries, couple of wides, 2 balls still left. Straight to the man, cutting down on pace and bowling a pretty good length. I've seen he can bowl a little bit faster, but understands more the pace and more better it is for the batter because they can then come hard towards that ball. Yeah, lovely bowling. Good finish in the end from Sarvesh. 3 overs gone, 10 runs coming off that over. It's 20 without loss. Madanant Cricket Club. So Siddhartha has been asked to continue. Just conceded 1 run and looked very effective. He's got good height and the ball is being delivered at a much greater height. And if he can land the ball in the right spaces, just like he has done in the first over, both according to the field, got two fielders deep on the off and the leg. Straight over the top. This was a fuller length that was bowled, drives it firmly and gets the boundary. Well, the fielders are placed in the deep point extra cover region and the man in the deep mid wicket, and he goes for a drivable length. Challenge taken on and challenge successful from Ambar Naik. That's much better. He's getting some purchase that's got also on top of the handle there. That gets an extra bounce compared to other bowlers. And I think he has given it a good rip of this particular ball. It landed perfectly for the left arm orthodox. Looks a good prospect as an all-rounder, Siddharth Karpe. That was mighty close. That was missing the off stump by a whisker. Yatin at the moment is struggling against the left armour. He's just trying to stand and dispatch the ball. Hardly any fit movement. I think the pressure, the toll of 189 runs is playing in the minds. He feels that I have to go for the big one. I am drying up the balls and not getting those shots in return. That ball just missed the off stump. Almost could have kissed it. He's bowling well, Siddharth. This time there's a man there. No, there is no one. So he crashed into the advertisement hoarding, slightly short, and he whacks the ball for 4 runs. See the margin for error. He was bowling well and slight shortish length was taken advantage of by the batter. And he gets him. He finally gets him. Nothing short. Trying to play the late cut shot. The ball came back in with the arm and he was a goner there. Clean bowled. He was looking threatening. He was always not comfortable against the Siddharth Karpe's bowling. And he finally gets him. The opening partnership has been broken. Yatin, struggling innings, comes to an end. Is 30 for the loss of 1 at the end of 4. Pritesh, the captain, gets him into action straight away. The last over of the power play overs. Well bowled, very well bowled. He bowls pretty good, handy leg spinners. He's always into the wickets column. This wicket, I think he must have definitely learned what length to be bowling on this surface. Well played. Yogesh Kaftankar comes and joins to give company to his captain, number Naik. Yogesh coming as an outstation player, as an all-rounder, and also as a leg spinner. Down the leg side, ball skidded low, difficult take for the keeper, and that will run down for 5 wides. That's the problem here. If you are not going to be regular and consistent with your line and length, it's difficult take for the keeper, and that is going to be extras. Pressure eased off on the new batter. Free hit has been taken by Yogesh. So now they can opt for a change in the fielding positions. So long off and long on, wide long on. 2 men kept in the deep. So let's see what comes out of this. Trying to cut loose. Well bowled, very well bowled from Pritesh. It's very good length. He knows what Yogesh Kautankar is trying to do, and he's trying to just accelerate a little bit. They've not got to a flying start they were hoping to get to chase this 189. So well bowled, once again flighting, not afraid to toss the ball. A seasoned campaigner, a great performer he has been for Veling cricketers, and many of the franchises, they always puts high tag, passionate. Well played, well played, well bowled, very well bowled. That was a straighter one. Yogesh is still trying to pick it up. He's fresh on the wicket. Another one, length ball. So clipped off for a single, gets himself off the mark, Yogesh Kautankar. 5 overs have gone, end of power play overs. Veling cricketers will be very proud of their performance of the bowlers. They've kept the things in check, in control. 37 for 1, Madanant Cricket Club. Well, another left arm. No ball called. No ball called here. Maybe overstepping. Maybe overstepping. That's exactly what umpire is showing, where exactly the front foot has landed. The line belongs to the umpire. And free hit. There are already 4 free hits given. And you are overstepping. That's a big crime. The two very first ball of your spell. Nishan Nagarkar, that's a good stop. That's a very good stop in the short covers. He had crunched it off the back foot. Nishan Nagarkar has to understand that the previous bowlers have done such a good job in controlling the things well for the Veling cricketers. The two spinners as well as the medium pacer. The conditions are much better for him to bowl with the field spread up. Once the field is spread, once the 5 fielders are allowed to kept outside, you can, as a spinner, have a plan against particular batters. You can try to execute those plans. It's much easier after the power play overs. Too short. This is, oh, well taken. It hurried on. He wanted to play a pull shot very late in playing the shot. Wanted to go on the leg side, sliced into the backward point, stretched himself at the backward point and took a good catch. Finally, Ambar Naik, who was trying hard to get the runs, he has to head back in agony as he takes a long walk back. It's 39 for 2 Madanant Cricket Club in over number 6. Well, the weight could not transfer from the front to the back. By the time he was transferring that weight, the ball had hurriedly came on and hit the top of the bat. And free hit straight away taken by Samarth Gawas. He goes high, has he timed the ball, goes and starts off with a boundary. He went hard at a wide long off region, finds the space there and gets himself off the mark. That's not a wrong ploy to get because the bowlers are looking good. They're bowling tightly. You want to start your innings on a good fashion, and that's why that free hit opted has been successfully converted by Samarth Gawas. So another free hit. The last free hit has been chosen. They want to get these free hits out of their minds and play the normal cricket. That's why they are going for the last one, and slight changes done in the field. Man going more towards the extra cover region. Slogged. Didn't get the best connection, but he'll get a single nevertheless on the leg side. Both the openers have been sent back within the first 6 overs. And the score has not mounted high either. Yeah, that's crashing. What a shot. What a start. This is a perfect execution of the back foot punch in the covers. Gets a cracking boundary. And that will build a lot of confidence of Yogesh. 48 for 2 after 6. Appeal there. Depends what stance he has taken. If he's taking the leg stump guard and stance, is not shuffled across too much. Umpire feeling it was going down the leg side. He's bowling well. He's into a very good rhythm. Pritesh. He's high on confidence with his batting performance, and that always transforms in your bowling. As an all-rounder, we have seen it happening to best of the players in the world. This is in the air. Has he timed it well? He's taking the charge and taking on the bowler, and he has timed well enough to get it for 6 runs. Samarth Gaus. He knows that I cannot lay back approach won't happen. I have to take the charge. Cannot allow the bowler to work in rhythm, and that's enough from his bat. He gives a go at him again. He gives a go at him again. And that's taken. What a catch. Superman has been taken out of the contest. A brilliant fielding effort taken in the second attempt. And catches win matches, as we always say. They have brought the end of Samarth Gaus, was looking to take the charge. He was taking him on the second ball in the trot. And finally, the stalwart, the veteran, the Veling cricketer star, Pritesh Naik, has got rid of Samarth Gaus as Superman hits back into the dugout. 54 for 3. He's bowling well. He's bowling really well. The perfect pace, length. The ball is pitching and skidding. You got to be really good in your footwork. Otherwise, I see Pritesh might pick one more into in his spell. He's one of the most effective, and the spinners are certainly looking more effective than the spinners of Madanant Cricket Club, and that is bringing in the more difference in the bowling attack, which is looking strong and compact. Well bowled, very well bowled, hitting the right length, consistent. And consistency is the key. Wicket taken, a big wicket in fact by Pritesh. Marks the end of a successful over. End of 7 is 54 for 3. 135 runs needed in 78 balls. Veling cricketers certainly has got a variety in their bowling attack. They have got three spinners. If you see someone like Siddharth and if you see someone like Nishan, they got a difference in their actions and different in their trajectories where they are bowling. And if you see Pritesh, who comes with immense experience of bowling the leg spinners, is landing the ball in the most perfect areas on this deck. Not too full, not too short. Looking very effective. If you see Nishant, he bowls slightly quickish. The difference between, you see, Jadeja and someone like Akshar Patel. Got a lot of variety there. And he's trying to just hurry on to the batter, trying to surprise the batter with pace. Nishant. In the air and taken. Another one bites the dust here. This was full length. He went hard. And that's the end of Navnath Naik. Went straight into the man, and they are taking all their catches, Veling cricketers. And it is Madanant Cricket Club which is reeling at the moment at 55 for 4. Santosh Tari comes in. Someone needs to stay with Yogesh Kautankar. Well, they got to think about a batting order. Samartha normally bats well as an opener. They wanted maybe the strength in the middle order. Someone from Amber and maybe Yatin could have strengthened the middle order. Samarth is very well known for taking the advantage of the fielding restrictions, and Yatin could have then maneuvered the ball in the middle order. Yogesh Kautankar in the middle, somewhere around 3 or 4. Because Samarth came in a position where he had to go hard against the bowlers, had not much time to get his eyes set in. This is just the first game, and they are just going to think about it. Lot of time, as we have a lot of league matches to be played in Dhadsakhal Super League. 8 overs gone. The bowlers are on top of the game at the stage. 57 for 4, Madanant Cricket Club. Many teams will work out that combination. Sometimes it might not work with 2 outstation players joining. Those outstation players are not aware of the strengths of the teammates, not played too much of cricket alongside them. Sliced and goes over the top. Finds the boundary towards the wide tournament region. So here is another option in spin department. Off spinner Sankalp Prabhu introduced, but he goes for the drivable length. Lot of width given and accepted by the batter. Oh, he stopped with his boot. Could be risky. He's a young boy and a lot of good times ahead for him. This is just instinct that that makes your foot just go towards the ball. Because as a bowler, you don't want to concede a boundary. Wide call. Opportunity here for the off spinner. He is in no pressure. Just has to bowl a decent spell. Yogesh is going to come hard at him. Santosh Tari. On strike. Going hard downtown. What a stop. What a stop. They are no short of effort. Veling cricketers are diving. They know this is one of the best grounds in Goa. There is no problem in diving, and they are stopping every possible boundaries. This is that brilliance in the field I was talking about. So far, what I've witnessed in this Dhadsakhal Super League, Veling cricketers are certainly one of the bench. One of the best fielding output, and that's in the air. Oh, that's unlucky. I think he slipped over there. He was into the position, but he slipped just before the ball has reached him. Unlucky for the fielder. Many of the fielders or the players don't have the spikes on. And in these conditions, if you don't have, you might just kid yourself. This is the state-of-the-art stadium. And why I say that? Because this is made for even bigger cricket. You might see here some of the BCCI matches being hosted, or might be a Legends League, or might be some Might be some IPL franchises coming and playing here with the practice sessions. So that's why we say it's been made for the professionals by the 1919 Sports Arenas committee. It's 9 overs gone, 66 for 4. The game is well in control of Veling cricketers, but we have seen such a situation yesterday as well when RR11 had taken 4 wickets at just 40 runs, and we never thought that we had thought about an outright winner RR11, but then it was a magnificent innings from Rishabh Fateh. What a remarkable and innings to remember. Fighting, resilient, kept the hopes of the team, built a good partnership with Giridhar, and then giving the wonderful finishing touches and finishing off in style. Down the leg side, we'll be looking for another one. So if anyone feels we have lost the hopes, and if you lose our hope in the middle, you see that resilient performance and courageous performance from Rishabh Fateh. Lot of things to learn from that. Well, he had a talk with me and he said the only intent of mine was to take the game deep and keep up with the pace. He kept the pace nicely, took on the challenge, put the loose balls away. And pull off a stunning victory. An innings of 78 is going to hound in the minds of RR11 bowlers. They must have thought about full points, but they ended up without a single point. That's what cricket gives you. That's very good drive, and it runs down for 4 runs. Well played, strong shot from Santosh Tari. They need such boundaries coming in between. 73 for 4. Single on the leg side. As we close into the halfway mark, Pritesh Naik will be thinking what sort of changes I have to bring in next. Single once again. So far, this partnership is not looking threatening. They are trying to just see off this last over of the halfway mark and then maybe decide the future course of action, trying to target maybe some bowlers. Clipped nicely, but the man in the deep, another single taken. Yogesh Kotankar becomes the key in this particular game and in this innings. So half overs of the run chase are done with. Madanant Cricket Club going at 76 for 4 and require 113 at a run rate of 11.3 runs per over with 6 wickets in hand. And Yogesh Kotankar joined with Santosh Tari are building up the partnership here. 113 required in 60 balls in the last 10 overs with 6 wickets in hand. Equation means most of the cricket experts will believe that it is in favor of the bowling unit, but the conditions here are tailor-made for batting, and you can see some good shots being played by Yogesh in some point of time. If he can hold his nerves. He can play a gritty knock, and you can see this side reaching and challenging the bowlers of Veling cricketers. We have seen such a fighting knock just the last game from Rishabh Phate, and they should take a leaf out of the book from that innings and try to be courageous. Oh, he was looking for a run. He was sent back. Well, there was absolutely no run in it. The bowler was already into his follow through, and the ball was coming straight into his line. Good call there from Yogesh. Santosh is just trying to give the strike back to Yogesh, but the calls should be perfect ones. Otherwise, Yogesh will be in the risk of a run out. Squared him up, well bowled. Akash Naik, another young bowler, has been introduced. Akash with gentle medium pace bowling. We have seen Navnath Navnath pretty effective with his slower medium pace bowling. You don't have to bowl outright fast. You just have to concentrate on a good line and length, and don't try to concede too many extras. Just bowl well within yourself on a wicket that is always made for the batters. Short ball, hooked away, not in control. Going to get a single in the deep. Constant effort from Santosh Tari of getting the boundaries. He is coming with a good intent. He's not coming there to stay on the crease. He knows that I have to get towards the target, so I have to play some shots. Cracking shot, straight down the ground. They have been very good in the ground fielding as well as the catching. Veling cricketers, and that's why you see the opposition camp, they have not been given away too many runs on the field. Carpet shot for a single. 11 overs bowled so far by Veling cricketers, and it's 81 for 4. Akash Naik bowls a decent over, just concedes 5 runs in it. Umpire, the bowler is the impact player. Umpire, bowler. Match captains, please note karat umpire sangat when he is into action. Impact player. Okay, impact player has been introduced. Impact bowler in the second innings. Pritesh, the captain, conveying the message to umpire Minu. Starts off with back of length. Gets away with a single. Deepu comes in. So bringing in another change here. This is a long tournament and they know it very well. League matches, opportunities to be given to the local boys. They are at this stage going very well. Veling cricketers. Too short. Well stopped, very well stopped. Might sneak in one more. No, they are settling for a single there. Late call of the second run. Saved a boundary. Poor bowling. This deserved extra boundary, but he just found a fielder in the short fine. Got down on time. That was important, and he stopped it. A brilliant fielding effort. I think all other teams must see what difference the fielding makes. If you take your catches, if you do the ground fielding, stop the boundaries, that makes the batter to play the shots which they don't want to. And in return, you are getting the wickets there on the wrong shots. Both Akash and Deepu here started well. Medium pace bowlers. They are trying to, maybe Pritesh is thinking, let's get them bowling here and get them a feel of this ground if I want at some stage. If I want at some stage a change in bowling, if one of my bowlers is taken to cleaners and is very expensive in his spell, I should have the options ready. So he is keeping his options ready in this Dhadsakhal Super League. Pritesh, very well so far, captaining his team, Veling cricketers. 12 overs gone, is 87 for 4. Well played, very well played, providing the pace, providing the width there, and just gliding it down, just cracking it off the back foot. Lovely square cut for a boundary. Saw the ball, saw the length, opportunity seized. That's exactly what they require. They need to pounce on anything that is short or anything that is full. Advancing down, should be a single. They kept good fielders in the V region, where most of the balls have come and come fast there. These boundaries are not too big. The ball just, with this quick outfield, races quickly onto the boundary ropes. In the air, just away from the fielder, into the gap, and should get a boundary. Yes, he just gets the boundary, tickles over. He's not afraid to play his shots. And Yogesh knows I have to go after the bowling. I can't settle them here. "97 for 4. This is a phase that Yogesh, I think, will going to accelerate, and he has to. He cannot keep things laid back for a long time. We are into the 13th over. 7 overs to go after this. Mighty shot. That was in the slot and that has gone into the neighboring plot. Wow. What a gigantic six. Picked the bones out of it. He was waiting for that ball for a long time, but finally gets it. 100 up here for Madanant Cricket Club in over number 13 with that great pickup shot on the leg side. Nicely played, worked on the off, single taken, direct hit. Might be referred on top. Direct hits are always risky. We certainly don't know whether he has made it, grounded a bat or not. So it's been referred to the third umpire. AB 25, Bharat Arkas will strong into action. Now let's see what we have. So not out is the call. The batter stays. He has grounded a bat inside the popping crease. So good camera work here from maybe 25 from the square angles. A clear indication that the batter has grounded. And that's a risky single to finish over number 13. 1 not 4 for 4. It's another shot. Has it been stopped? Yes. Good relay fielding effort. Couple of runs taken. So intent is very much clear here from Yogesh. Now he is going to go hard against most of the bowlers, where asking run rate has gone about 12 runs per over. 12.15 to be precise. 83 runs required in 41 balls. But if Yogesh Kautankar gets going and he gets some big shots out of the park, you can see panic creeping in Veling cricketers. He is the key here for Madanant Cricket Club. Right in the block hole. Well, what's a good answer. So Siddharth Karpe has been introduced back, understanding that this partnership is growing well in stature. They need to get rid of Yogesh Kautankar, who's standing and fighting hard, standing tall against Veling cricketers and the victory. Not going to be easy to go someone against Siddharth Karpe. He's got good action and he bowls in the right areas. Pretty good armor that he has. So change of accessories, so change of pads here for Santosh Tari. Maybe some problem with the clamps there, and that's why he needs a change of pads. Straight back to the bowler. In the air, but no timing. Man there, position easily taken. Siddharth Karpe gets another one. Well, change of pads has not worked for Santosh Tari, but he has no other option than to go after the bowling. The asking run rate was climbing up, and the pressure was mounting to go after the bowling, and he succumbs to it. Well bowled by Siddharth Karpe, and he gets another one. Second wicket for him is the fifth wicket going down. 107 for 5, Madanant Cricket Club. Punched off the back foot and getting off the mark straight away, Vinod Kerkar. And the job is to give strike to Yogesh, who is well set. But this was the last ball of the over, and 14 overs gone is 108 for 5, needing a required run rate of 13.50. So it has climbed up after a good over from Siddharth, 81 of 36. Equation is getting difficult and is climbing up and up here for Madanant Cricket Club. Well, that needs to be firing at both the ends. This is getting just out of the hands, so just Yogesh might not be good enough. They might need a backing. Oh, he never picked that. Excellent bowling. Never picked that one. Well bowled. This is one of the best spells that we have witnessed as far as leg spin is concerned. Nowhere into the position to play that. Pritesh has hit the right chord straight away, right from the first ball. He's troubled the batters. Pritesh always intended to land the ball. He's not looking at great turn because he's not gripping the ball too sharply. Not too much effort in gripping the ball, but he is just concentrating on landing the ball in that good length area, creating dilemma in the mind of the batters, whether to come forward or back. Too short, pulled away, man in the deep. And a good fielding. Once again, just a single. Maybe Pritesh thinking that the batter, Yogesh, is going to take the charge here and advance down. That's why dragged in slightly short. Good thinking. Just restrict him with a single. In the air. Has it gone long enough? Has it gone long enough? No, there's a man in the deep. Another one has been taken and they're taking all their catches. Vinod Kirkar also looking to go downtown, has perished by another good catching effort from the fielder in the deep. And it's the sixth down. The Madanant Cricket Club 1-1-0 for 6. Pritesh gets his second one. Well bowled once again, had absolutely no clue. Pushed in a little bit there by Pritesh, and he has bowled another good over. 15 overs done, 1-1-0 for 6. Taking the charge, advancing, but just going to get a single. Got very effective bowlers, looking for a couple. The fielder should have been much quicker there. You just lay back. They are slightly complacent. They know that they are holding a tight grip on this match. It's just a matter of Yogesh. They have not allowed any easy runs to Yogesh either. Finally launches on the mid-wicket region and gets a boundary. That's a good shot. He has to go. No other option left here for Yogesh Kautankar. We are drying up with the overs and the asking run rate is still around 16. So he had to go for these big launches. Gets the first boundary of this over. Another one. This is miscued. Opportunity of taking the catch, but landing short of the fielder. Might be looking for a couple. And 2 runs taken in the end. Well bowled. Just dragging the length a bit. Flighted the ball, but keeping the length slightly away. Yogesh still went hard because he has to go. No other option. Choice. A cracking shot. Absolutely marvelous shot. No answer. Nothing wrong with the ball. Beautiful punch. Slightly upish. Away from the short covers and away from the long off region fielder. Superb shot. There's absolute class written in that. Especially when it played at the fag end of the innings when everyone is trying to slog. Taking the charge, once again advancing, and that has been taken. And finally, I think this is the final nail in the coffin for all the hopes of the team of Madanant Cricket Club. Yogesh has definitely played a handy knock, played for 49 of just 34, just 1 run short of the half-century mark, but they needed many more from him. And finally, he just been taken in the deep, advancing down, lacking the power, lacking the timing, and had to head back. 122 for 7. Sixteen overs are done, 122 for 7. Impact player for Madanant Cricket Club. Another one, clueless. Clueless at the moment, the batters. They don't know whether to come on the front or the back. Impeccable length throughout the spell from Pritesh. So consistent, so accurate. Spinners, I think almost most of the wickets, in fact all wickets have been taken by the spinners, I feel so. Three for Siddharth Karpe, couple for Pritesh. So now we are going through the motions here. These batters with the Some problem with electricity here, and we are finally back live. 145 is what they managed to get, and in the end, a comfortable victory. Comfortable and very good bowling performance. 43 runs is a big margin in a T20 game. And the Veling cricketers will be very proud of all the bowlers. And the player of the match, ascertaining the conditions overall, is the captain marvel, is Pritesh Naik, with a brilliant 55, just 28, laced with a couple of sixes and 6 boundaries, and then coming in handy, bowling a very crucial spell, picking up the wicket of Samarth Gowans, 2 wickets in his spell for just 18 runs at a very good economy of 4.5. So he's the most valuable player and takes away the player of the game. So requesting Pritesh to kindly join us in the presentation arena to collect your honors from our esteemed guest. मातसो प्रितेश मातसो बेगीन यो कारण आमचे जे कॅमेरामॅन आसा तांकां जेवपाक जाय परत दुसरी मॅचीक रेडी जावपाक जाय. So Chetan Parab, I'll request you to kindly come here. Chetan Parab is the guest to present the player of the match with the cash prize as well as this wonderful trophy at the Dhadsakhal Stars organized Dhadsakhal Super League T20 Leather Ball Cricket Tournament here at 1919 Sports Arena. So congratulations to Pritesh and thank you Chetan Parab. So here it is, Chetan Parab, our guest, presenting the player of the match to Pritesh Parab, the captain, to Pritesh Naik. Yes, Pritesh, let's have a chat. Pritesh, I think overall, if you sum up, it was a compact batting performance, right? Started with both the openers, then the middle order also. Contribution from every batter. That is a pleasing performance for a captain.
Yes, it is a pleasing performance for me. The way the 2 openers batted, given me chance to play my shots. But I think I found myself lucky that decision gone in my favor. So those are the things you have to take. And in the end, we played well, we fielded well, and we took important catches. So overall, good performance.
The decisions and all are a part of cricket, but I think your side is well-balanced side in batting as well as bowling department. I was looking at bowling. You got a variety in bowling attack. If you consider the left-arm orthodox, Siddharth, and your other left arm, as well as the off-spinners and you as a leg spinner. So much of variety and very effective on this wicket. And you kept on picking wickets at regular intervals. Need to applaud the fielding.
I think if you look past 3 matches, I thought hello. All the fast bowler went out for runs. So I thought like including.
Thank you very much, Pritesh. Good luck to you in the next game.
बेल आइकन को दबाना बिल्कुल मत भूलना। ऐसे ही और भी वीडियोस के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो और बेल आइकन को दबाना बिल्कुल मत भूलना।